Hello and welcome to This Grand Life. I am so delighted that you are here today. I am Julie Ulstrup. I'm your hostess of the show. I am also a photographer that specializes in headshots, branding, families, high school seniors, all the good stuff, portraits of people here at my studio in Colorado. And This Grand Life, as you know, if you have watched it all, is celebrating people who inspire and empower us. So thank you for being here. I am here today with Alana Fournet, and we have known each other for a long time. I was thinking it's been many lifetimes.
Right.
It seems like. Anyway, so Alana and I did a branding session. Again, it was a while ago. She's going to tell you a little bit. Well, actually, Alana, why don't you go ahead and share with us your business and what you're doing, and then we'll get into kind of the meatiness of This Grand Life.
Okay, fabulous. Well, Julie, thank you so much for inviting me on to this grand show that you have created. It's really beautiful. As Julie said, I'm Alana, and I'm a health practitioner. I work with women who really most often have a lifelong history of being an overachieving, people-pleasing perfectionist. And what's unique about this population of women is that over time, they also tend to start experiencing a lot of fallout in their bodies. And so they get to a place of questioning what's wrong with my body. And so as a health practitioner, we're able to really look at mind and body and the mind-body connection. And so really looking at what's going on physically, what imbalances are there, and then also what's going on with that whole pattern of, what's been going on in our mind for decades that has created some cumulative effect in their bodies. So that's what I do. And I forgot, did you want me to say something else?
Well, no, and what we'll do is I will put a link down below in the comments to your website. So if people want to connect with you or whatever, then they can do that. And one of the things, Alana, I think, so we both used to be educators in the public school system, and that's where we first met many, many years ago. And one of the things that I've always admired and loved about Alana, because we both have this huge passion to empower people, to really empower people to take care of their health as you do, to see themselves as beautiful and radiant and full of light. And before that, we did that with children and their families and that kind of thing. So thank you for being part of this community that is about empowering others. And what I'd like for you to share with us today, a story of somebody who you would like to celebrate, who has either inspired or empowered you along your journey.
Yeah. So many different people, and especially women, from, celebrities and well-known historical figures. But when we first connected, two people popped in my mind. So I'll see if I can make these short. The first one that always kind of comes to mind when I think about somebody like really close to me that has inspired me profoundly is there's kind of two. I just have a different relationship. So let me give a little background here. Our daughters are adopted, and our second daughter came to us by way of, they call it a surprise baby. She came into our life literally the day we had heard that she existed. We were in the hospital and adopting her.
So I remember that.
It was a wild time.
Yeah.
So that relationship is a little different. And so with our first daughter, we had more of a traditional open adoption experience where we met our daughter's birth mom when she was about 6 months along. And so we really got to connect and go to doctor's appointments with her. And, I spent a lot of time going to lunch with her afterwards and talking and just how are we going to navigate this whole thing together. And when I think about somebody really close to me that has inspired me in sort of an unsuspecting, sort of profound way is Alicia is her name. She's the birth mother of, like I said, our first daughter, who's 5 years old now. And what inspires me most is the way she went through the process, in that she really took a lot of time. She worked with the agency. We were working with Adoption Dreams Come True in Fort Collins, and she was very intentional. She didn't decide just, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and then just leap for it. She really spent a lot of time making sure that this is the decision that she wanted, and she was going to place this baby. And when we got to meet her and just ask her, why did you make this decision to place a baby? She just looked at us and said, just without any emotion around it, because I know I can't provide for this little girl what she deserves. And I knew that there would be people that could. And she had the opportunity to go through portfolios, and she, got to hem and haw over who to choose. And she selected us with a lot of intention. And so I think what inspires me in that situation, that she was so willing to really be with her thoughts and really feel into what felt right for her. And then to have the courage to make such what I imagine a difficult decision, and to do it in such a selfless way, that never was it about her and what she needed or what she wanted to be able to prove, I can do this. She really was constantly just keeping this baby in mind and what's best for her. And I just think that with that much intention, it's one of the most selfless things a woman can do. So she inspires me tenfold.
Oh, that's so beautiful. Yeah. I mean, and as you were speaking about it, courage, coming from the heart is really what courage is all about. And then making an intentional choice, which is, not surprising that she was drawn to you, because your business is about, and your business and your life is about living intentionally. And so little divine fairy dust happened there.
Yeah, so powerful. The other woman that came to mind as we popped in is you. And so I'll speak a little bit about this really unique thing in a way that you inspired me is, I remember when
I was not expecting this.
No. So, I have just so appreciated your message around being seen. And it really has struck with me when you started talking about the research of, women always being behind the camera and pictures of all their family, but so rarely being seen. And I have been one of those people, that tended to be behind the camera, didn't like having my picture taken, certainly didn't like having my picture displayed anywhere. And it struck me deeply when one time our mastermind came to your house and we stepped into your living room, and there's this gorgeous picture of you and Mark, right? Blown up and beautiful. And it's the centerpiece of your home. And to me, it was just like, we live here, like love lives here. And it really struck me to the point where it really started being on my mind. Like, we need to have pictures up and on display, and I need to be a part of those, just for me and for the way our girls are raised. So anyway, my little sister got us a photo shoot with one of her friends. And so we had this big family photo shoot. And I had just said to Jacques, I'd love to put some of these pictures on the wall. Well, he went crazy with it. And he had these pictures blown up and put up on our living room wall. And so, at first I was like, whoa, that's like a life-size picture of me. And watching our girls, as we have been more conscientious about putting pictures up of us and of them, and hearing how they refer to them and they talk about, oh, that's me. And I just remembered you talking about this, like young people's self-confidence and how so much can come from just seeing themselves celebrated, up on the wall and sort of being revered that way. And I've seen that play out with the way that they notice the pictures, and they'll talk about like, oh, that's you, mama. They love to point and say, and I'm just like, they're noticing that and seeing that. And so a huge impact on me to kind of take a risk and let myself be seen even in our home in a way that's uncomfortable for me. But I already can feel, they're 5 and almost 3, right? Yeah. But I can already feel the impact that that's going to have long term.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. And thank you, because I hadn't heard that story. We haven't talked in a while. And so that makes me so happy that has made a difference for them and for you to be a part of it. And like you said, that they're pointing and saying, oh, look, mama, it's you. And dad too, Jacques in there as well. So thank you for sharing that. And I'm honored that that's true for you. So is there anything else, Alana, that you'd like to add about your life, your business, anything like that as we kind of sweep off as I sign off? I kind of put you on the spot. You don't have to.
Yeah. A word that's been on my mind a lot right now. So I know this will be recorded, so it may not be so like in the moment, but we're in the coronavirus time of our life right now.
Yes.
And a word that has been on my mind hugely is expansion. And so if there's anything that my own journey has taught me is, just about embracing a willingness to expand into the unknown, for myself, even, expanding into what is it like to have pictures of myself up on the wall.
Yeah.
And it's just really on my mind these days as far as our expansion around understanding kind of the ins and outs of what's going on here and how we're navigating this experience as, individuals and as a global community. And so I throw that out there as, I feel like all of a sudden my mission is just, to challenge all of us to step into a place of critical thinking that can really help us to expand our knowing and our understanding.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for joining us today. Thank you for watching This Grand Life. I would love if you have any comments or if you want to connect with me or with Alana. I will have Alana's, I always point and let my fingers go out of the picture, but now I look like a chicken. I'll have Alana's contact information, her website listed below on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. I am Julie Ulstrup. This is This Grand Life. Make it a great day.
Thanks, Julie.